In the event of a power cut, it may not necessarily be a problem within your own house. It may be an issue with Western Power or National Grid.
First few things to check for is your fuse board. Make sure your trip switches are in that on position, all facing upwards. Make sure there's credit on your meter if you've got a credit meter and you pay that way.
Your meter and your meter cupboard is working and got power. Maybe ask a neighbour to see if they've got power.
If they've got power, then you might need to ring 150 Western Power National Grid. When changing a light bulb, just make sure you've got the correct type, as you do get many different types: GU10, bayonet, Edison screw. You'll be able to see by the type of light. As you can see, this one is a bayonet.
If you could get a sturdy pair of steps rather than a chair, push in and pull out to take one out, and then do the opposite effect to reinstate, push in and twist.
In an event that your fuse board might trip off, check what you've plugged in, check what was being used. Quite often kettles, toasters, anything like that can cause one of these fuses to switch off.
9 times out of 10, a trip switch on a fuse board, it's normally a faulty appliance, so straight away you'll probably know from the appliance you're using, it'll trip the switch. So if you go to your fuse board, the big red switch is always up, and then you've got your 2 RCDs. Your RCD supplying all your circuits, one will be down. So if you go around unplugging all your appliances and reset as and when you're unplugging the appliances, you should find the trip switch reinstates. And then if you go back round and plug everything back in again, you'll find that the faulty appliance trips the switch again. Classed as an emergency would be total loss of power. So everything in your property would go off, lighting, sockets, everything. Smoke alarm sounding, not always in the event of a fire. Sometimes smoke alarms go faulty through lack of maintenance or lack of testing.
These can help stay maintained when you're doing your hoovering. Stick the hoover around the grates, suck out any of the dust or any insects that might be in there. Make sure you test them monthly.
Also, water through electrics sometimes leaks from above in the roof space, find their way into the pendants, into the sockets.
It's always best to isolate your circuit that it's on. As you can see, then the fuse board is all labelled up correctly. Isolate the circuit and then somebody to come out and make it safe for yourself.